Yes, in Game 3 tonight, a career-high 27 points with 10 rebounds off the bench and a 120-108 win. The Spurs taking a 2-1 series lead over the Blazers. Different. Last game.
Obviously his minutes, but I think the biggest difference was that small lineup that they were able to go to, which they had a small sample size the first game, but it was in a negative. Shout out to coach for going back to it, having confidence in those young guys. Carter Bryant didn't score much. Keldon Johnson didn't score much, but their impact was felt. Carter Bryant was all over the boards. He had blocks. He had assists, all the intangible things that you need to win basketball games.
Yeah, I thought their physicality in that stretch where they closed the gap and then they extended their lead was special. They turned it up a notch. They rebounded the ball really, really well. And Dylan Harper was fantastic. I mean, that was a tremendous performance from a rookie off the bench, fearless, hitting some insane shots. You don't see that often, but he's done this all year at times. I mean, he's just so poised, so under control. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Steve Nash, Dylan Harper is your guy.
Dylan Harper is incredible, man. I think this is a perennial all-star. You know, he's in a loaded backcourt, so he's kind of accepted a role this year. But we saw tonight how special this guy is. Both sides of the ball. You know, he's an incredible defender. He fights. He uses his size, his frame. He makes plays for others. He's unselfish. But his force, his aggressiveness, and then what people had about him, especially, you know, as this year transpired and we could see the natural gifts and what we thought he was going to be was, can he shoot the ball? Like, the technique was always there. So it's starting to see now, like, this guy's going to be a shooter too. So really excited to see him emerge tonight.
Yeah, on the Portland side, a little disappointed that you cannot hold this lead. You know, at that time, Wemby's not playing. Everything is going your direction. The pressure's on you without Wemby to win this game, go up 2-1, and just a disappointed second half. Only scored 43 points. Didn't really get anything going. Denny never got going even there in the second half, even though he had an impact, but they're closing him off pretty good. They're walling him off in transition. They're trying their best to keep him out of the lane. He always two around him when he gets to the basket, so it's not a lot of free lanes for him. Drew was fantastic, but just when they don't have Spurs don't have Wemby, there's no way they should lose the second chance points 22-12 to the Spurs. So disappointing effort I thought there in the second half of the Blazers, but love the Spurs, love the three guards. You know, even Fox or obviously Castle took over there in the fourth when Harper got it going early, and then Fox kind of put it away with some stuff, and so did Castle. So fantastic, the trio of guards.
Now, Dirk, to your point, the Spurs outscored the Blazers 53-26 after they went down by 15 in the third, held the Blazers to just 1 for 9 from 3 in that span. Udi, what was working defensively for them, or what stopped working for Portland?
Well, it was the complete opposite in the first game. I felt like the physicality of Portland was able to wear on San Antonio, so down the stretch, San Antonio wasn't shooting the ball well, wasn't making good decisions. I think in this second half here, I think Portland kind of got into a basketball game. You're not going to beat San Antonio in basketball. You have to make this ugly. You have to make this physical. You have to turn it into somewhat of a street fight, not really, but those kind of games. And like Dirk said, you can't get beat in second chance points. That's your wheelhouse. That's what you do better. So you can't allow San Antonio to come in and do what you do better than you, especially in a playoff game. So things like that you have to adjust. That has to be your wheelhouse.
Now, we've already said it, but we know who was incredible was Dylan Harper. It is time for our premium player presented by Patron. We welcome back in Dylan Harper.
What's up, guys?
Congrats.
What's up, Dylan?
Appreciate it.
Great game.
Now,
Yes, sir.
Dylan, you had 27 points tonight, 22 in the second half. I just got to ask, it seemed like that back and forth with Scoot Henderson got you a little fired up. What did that spark in your performance?
I mean, just wanted to keep on fighting. I think that, you know, we kind of had no energy in the third quarter, so I wanted to come in and just make a spark anywhere I can. And, you know, anytime you get in a competitive talk, I think everyone's game just rises.
Dylan, unbelievable game, man. That was a joy to watch, a gutsy performance from a rookie, let alone anybody out there. Talk to me about your mindset. You know, coming into the second half, just being that spark, and like we said, just being steady, not getting outside of yourself.
Just being decisive. I think going into the game, my biggest goal was just don't have no second thoughts in whatever you do. If you're gonna do it, be aggressive. So I mean, just the second half was just kind of bloused into that, and my teammates and coaches did a great job of just putting me in the right directions.
Congrats, Dylan. Great game. No Wemby tonight,
Yes, sir.
obviously. What did you guys get from Luke Cornett tonight?
Oh my God, that's like the unsung hero on the team. I think just the energy he brings, and just all the little hustle plays that doesn't show up on the box score. I think he does a great job of that. And with such a big piece out like Vic, he just comes in and just plays his part to the best of his ability. So just having him today and just what he did was big time for us.
Hey, Dylan, man, great game. You did here.
Yes, sir.
Carter Bryant, obviously Keldon Johnson, and yourself. Just talk to me about the impact that you guys had. Obviously, you scored the ball a lot, but those guys' energy, their effort, that definitely changed the game in the third quarter.
I mean, starting off with Carter, I think that even for me, I've been waiting for this game for him, for it to come out in the playoffs. And the biggest stage of basketball is huge. He's putting in the work every day. He the first one in the gym, last one out. I praise him a lot when it comes to that. So when he got in the game and he hit that little step back three, I told him, I said, man, get back in your bag. And Keldon, I mean, he brings it every day. No matter where we're at, what game it is, he always going to be himself. So, I mean, he did a great job. I mean, Carter, they both brought this massive energy for us.
Dylan, great game. Super fun to watch. I want to hear a little bit about
sir.
Coach Johnson. You accepted a role this year. You came off the bench. You've bided your time. Here you are. This is not a performance anyone was super surprised by. We know you're capable of this, but how has he coached you, managed you, pushed you to be able to come out and accept a role, but also have an explosive outing like you did tonight?
Man, he coaches me hard. I mean, I think that's a coach I want to have. He get on me every day, no matter if it's walkthrough, if we in film, if we walking through plays in the game, he gonna always get on me no matter what. So I mean, having just him behind my back, in the hard times, me and him go figure it out, and he's always gonna keep me accountable no matter what. So me just playing a lesser role, I just want to win. Obviously, I didn't make the tournament last year, so I want to do something big in the league.
Dylan, I just got to say, man, the poise you showed. I mean, I know that we talked a little bit about that back and forth with Scoop, but just the poise to not take that bait and just to come back down and let your game do the talking is wise beyond your years. So that was awesome for us to see. We were on the edge of our seat over here, waiting to see what was going to happen, but the fact that you just kept your cool and just kept playing was awesome. So just got to commend you on that, man.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
Dylan, now, of course, we know what Denny Advia is capable of in this series. We have seen Drew Holiday go off. We've seen Scoot Henderson go off. Without giving away any state secrets, what have you learned about this Blazers team so far and how you all need to adjust moving forward?
I mean, they play hard. I mean, no matter if a shot going up, they crash, and if they hitting you, running down the court, they're just going to be aggressive, and they're going to try to be the attackers. So just as a group, the biggest thing is physicality and just trying to match it and just being the first ones to hit every time.
I just want to close out again highlighting your incredible performance. You're the second youngest player to score 20-plus points off the bench in a playoff game in the last 40 years. The youngest player to do it? Wow. Kobe Bryant. So you are in incredible company. Give it up for Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Congratulations on a great win, and good luck rest of this series.
Enjoy it.
Congrats,
Good luck,
Dylan.
man.
Congrats.
Good luck, bro.